Unit 8, page 101. Listening 2.
Does your sister make your life hell? Does your brother keep telling you how much he hates you, and you're not able to get on well with any of them? Having massive arguments with members of your family can be very unpleasant, even destructive, but nothing out of the ordinary. In fact, these family disputes of this nature cannot be diagnosed as a psychiatric disorder. On the other hand, far from being normal, your family rows should be seen as a new illness called relational disorder. According to some at the American Psychiatric Association, it should be treated by experts. The APA defines relational disorder as a problem affecting a person or group who are otherwise healthy but who have difficulty with specific relationships. So, if it seems unbearable to stand your sister's behavior shouting at everyone every single morning, or your brother's moody attitude towards you and even the innocent poor dog, take some action. Do it before you find yourself walking down the road of depression, anxiety, or other health problems.
We met at a friend's house at a birthday party. It was love at first sight. I can still remember him asking me out the very next day and how thrilled we were at our first date. It was an exciting relationship at first, but it didn't last long. Things started going wrong when his weakness showed up, his gambling problem. It put a great strain on our relationship. No time for us, or, if so, no money to do anything nice. Or even worse, no money to pay the bills. He was always stressed, feeling guilty about the whole thing, but unable to get rid of his addiction. I tried to help out, but I didn't succeed. It was then that I started to seriously consider leaving him, and I eventually did.
He was always picking on me, whenever he got the chance to. We used to work in the same team at the company, and I have a reputation for believing that you've got to make sacrifices if you want to be part of the winning side. Facing long-hour shifts to meet deadlines, turning up on time for endless meetings, giving up some holidays for the benefit of the group, and so on. He didn't seem to take that into consideration. All that I heard from him was words of complaint, or, for a change, tons of jokes about my hard-working approach. It all turned a bit sour. When we both applied for the same post as production manager and they appointed me, he got kind of angry. He claimed that they hadn't taken his previous experiences into account, and that was the reason why he ended up handing in his notice. A bit of a shame, really.
One classmate I didn't get along with at school was Sarah Parker, a blonde, tall Barbie girl. She'd make us listen to her brilliant performance on turning down many invitations from good-looking college guys, or how good she was at golf, skiing, swimming. In my opinion, she was an exercise in futility, gossiper like a tabloid. For me, it was undoubtedly clear. But life has its ways of doing things. That year, I had been through a rebellious stage due to family breakdown and went a whole term without doing any good. I personally thought of dropping out of school. So that was when she came into my life for good. The Barbie girl turned out to be my best kept secret to overcome my troubled phase and carry on studying.
My mother had always approved of my girlfriends before, but she never really took to Barbara. When I first introduced her to my mom, I clearly remember the way she looked at her as if they'd never get along. You know, mother-in-law versus daughter-in-law rivals. I was right, and things between them just got worse with time. They never got to the stage of even standing each other. Well, not surprisingly, there were a couple of drawbacks. There were occasions where I had to choose between the two of them, something that, naturally, I'd not go for. Christmas time was the ideal situation for my dilemma to get worse. Should I go to Mom's or should I stay with Barbara? Silly trivial things would turn into big issues. Once, Barbara burst into tears. Your mom thinks I'm not good enough for you. Did I manage to find a solution on how to share my love unmistakably according to them? No, I failed. All in all, mothers are one of a kind.